Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Oh my God, I'm so happy. The play-in is over. Okay, no, hold on, my fault. It's one more game. Oh please, it's one more game. I forgot. Oh please. So I tried to watch this Miami game right here last night, and I couldn't. I couldn't. First thing I'm gonna say, I'm apologize to Miami fans. I can't watch your team. Your team is unwatchable. Unwatchable. The way they play basketball, the way they look. Are these guys really NBA players? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm looking at the guys on the Miami roster, and I'm like, this is a far cry from the Miami Heat of LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and even when Shaq was there, that team with Gary Payton. I don't care if they was in the finals 2 times. I don't care. I could care less. 2 times recently, right? I think it was. I can't look at that team. They don't even look like NBA players to me, bro. They just they look weird. I'm not trying to be funny. They just look weird. The whole team looks. They don't look like basket. They don't look like players that would be in the 90s, in the early 2000s, and they just don't look like NBA players. They look weird. They play this 3-3-3-3. That's all they shoot is threes. They have no other game. It's a real boring game. Where did you get these guys from? It's hard to watch the NBA. I'm trying to tell you. You're trying to tell me that these guys today get record-breaking contracts, the highest contracts in NBA history, for basically doing one thing? Sitting outside shooting a 3? What? Like I'm going to tell people before, I don't care what you say. I don't think these guys make the money that we are told. A guy just got caught gambling. Why are you gambling? You play for Toronto. Why are you gambling? And you supposedly make tens of millions of dollars. Why are you sitting at a desk after you done made hundreds of millions of dollars in your career? Why are you sitting at a desk now? Why do you need to coach, I don't know, women's college basketball? Why do you need to coach men's college basketball? Why do you need to... I just don't get it. Why do you need to be on Undisputed? Why do you need to have a podcast? It's kind of like me retiring at 63. I'm not trying to say these guys are 63. I'm just saying in comparison or whatever like that. Me retiring from my job at whatever time, in my 50s, 60s, and now I got 401k. Now I got pension. I'm good to go. Social Security, and then I just go back to work. For what? I worked all my life to retire and live comfortable. Now, of course, I would have to go back to work if I retired and now I don't have any money because I didn't retire without a pension. My Social Security really isn't no good. I don't have a 401k, something like that. But even with that, there's people just retire on a Social Security, a husband and a wife. They're able to retire on a Social Security together. So I'm just saying, man, it just seems weird to me. Somebody can make over, and I'm not trying to say any names out here. I'm just pointing out what I see. How you can make over $1 billion in your career and still be playing. What are you playing for? Why aren't you with your family? Why you need to make podcasts to make more money? I'm just trying to tell people it doesn't add up. A league that isn't people, nobody's watching it. Who's watching this garbage? They're not making any TV ratings. Who's watching it? Nobody really watches it until the playoffs, and we already see the finals ratings. They're ridiculous. Nobody watches this garbage. So a failing product, a company that is failing, is going to give their employees even more money. What? And we see all the international players that have came into the game. So you're trying to tell me the way the United States has been going on for, I don't know, a hot minute now, ever since at least, 2000? They've been bringing in immigrants to replace Americans at most of the blue-collar jobs. Why? Because the companies want cheap labor. Has nothing to do with these people work better. No, the companies want cheap labor. So in essence, why are they bringing in all these international players to sports? They don't want cheaper labor? These guys aren't more skilled. You call just sitting at the 3-point line more skilled? I don't call that more skilled. I mean, Joker is what Joker is in this era, in Luka, but they're not. I wouldn't consider them being able to do what they do in the 80s and 90s. It would be a joke. I've never even seen Joker hit the deck. I've never even seen Joker hit the floor. Maybe he has. I remember all kind of, big centers in the 90s hit the floor from playing hard or get shoved or something like that. And when we look at Joker's numbers, his numbers, I really didn't really look all the way back, but when we look at his numbers, they're not. He came into the league, he wasn't really that good. Until that year he won the MVP. What was it, the 21 season? Yeah, he's been great ever since, but he the first, 4 or 5 years in the league, he wasn't doing nothing. Especially the first two. It was pretty much a joke. Damn sure they come into the league like Wemby, not even close. If Wemby is doing this, and to me, I think the league just kept getting weaker. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I'm just putting stuff out there. Like I said, I don't know how players are getting paid more. People's watching it less, according to the ratings, but they're making more money than ever. But all these guys who supposedly making record-breaking contracts need to go work after they retire. I'm not picking on these guys. I'm talking about the guys of the 90s, the 2000s. I seen these guys' contracts. They're supposed to be. I seen players with got 2 different contracts that was $100 million. Many of them. And now they need to go DJ and sit at a desk. And people be like, man, what's wrong with making more money? There's nothing wrong with making more money, but I'm going to just go invest my money and just be making it that way. Why would I get up and work and put on makeup and need to go talk at a desk and all this stuff? It doesn't, what? Okay. I'm not just talking about a couple guys. I'm talking about a lot of NBA players. I'm not talking about just, you guys probably know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about a lot of them have to actually go work after they retire. You have to go work. After making hundreds of millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, where's all this money going to? Bro, if I even had $10 million, I would be set for life. Not to say, I'm not going to try to go make more. But I would need to actually go work. And I know some of these guys lose their money and stuff like that. I'm not talking about those guys. I just don't know. Even with that, I don't know how you lose $100 million. How do you wake up? I would jump off a bridge. I could not wake up every day knowing I lost $100 million from going to the club, buying all this Gucci, driving fast cars, giving out millions to the homies. What? What kind of homies you chilling with? That ain't telling you that you're an idiot. So to me, sports is a lot of entertainment. It's a lot of stuff I cannot believe. And I know nobody's going to back me on what I'm saying. That's fine. But sometimes you got to put 2 and 2 together. And when they're telling you it's 6, it don't add up. Yeah, especially the NBA. They had to make the NBA into a reality show. Right? Because in the 90s, the NBA just sold itself based on its play. The 80s, too. I mean, I'm looking at it ever since about, the Miami days of LeBron James. Not 1, not 2. It done turned into a reality show. The whole NBA since then has been a reality show. It's not really a sport like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that about the NFL. I can't say that about the NHL. Yeah, the NHL probably don't get, as many ratings, but they really got core fans that show up to those arenas and, cheer on their team. But look, I'm glad the Hawks got eliminated. I just can't see that team. The Bulls, they're going to get eliminated too in the first round. So you don't have to worry about that. So I thought the Sixers were going to lose. They was getting beat by this Heat team that I told you. I don't even, it's hard to even look at them, watch them. It don't even look like they're playing any. I know most of the league plays like them, but to watch them just only launch threes, there's no resemblance of basketball, of how basketball is supposed to be played with these guys. It's just three. That's it. And that's why they lost in the finals. Was it twice? Yeah. Because that's all they can do is shoot the three. And the Sixers, they was getting booed off the court. It's like, hey boys, Philadelphia, they was getting booed off the court. And I'm looking at Joel Embiid, I'm like, bro, what you got on top of your head, bro? What do you got? These dudes more worried about their hair than actually playing basketball. These dudes act more feminine than women. What kind of style of what do you got on your head, bro? What do you got on your head? I know what it is, but it don't look good. Take it out, man. Go back with the afro, man, because you was looking horrible in that first half. This dude was barely making it up the court. I know he's supposed to be injured, but I'm trying to tell you, if he would have lost that play-in, all hell would have broke loose. But it really don't matter. They should have took that L because they're going to lose in the first round anyways. It really don't matter. Get the Philly fans a playoff game, okay. They'll feel happy going to a playoff game to get rolled. Big deal. You're out. Joel Embiid, you can do your hair all summer long now. Okay, you can go back to Africa and get some African hair braiding. I'm just saying that because, you go around town in these big cities, everything's like African hair braiding. So I just found that funny. I was like, what kind of dude do you got on top of your head, bro? It don't, it looks ridiculous. It looks like something on Color Purple or something like that. Like these dudes, I don't know, man. I don't know. It done got out. These guys worry more about what they look like and being cool than, well, that goes along with this era. It's not about winning. It's not nothing about being better than who came before you, because these idiots on TV that's calling the game, they'll lie. They'll sit out there and lie and tell you that these guys today are more skilled because they could just 1, 2, 3, 4 guys sit out at a 3-point line. That's skill? They could have did that in the 80s and 90s. They weren't allowed. They had to play actual positional basketball. A forward had to do what a forward had to do. A small forward. A power forward had to have the skills and do what a power forward had to do. A center had to have the skills of a center and do what a center had to do. A guard had to have had the skills and do what I can't even say it. The guard had to have the skills of a guard and do what a guard had to do. Okay, and a point guard had to have the skills of a point guard to do what a point guard has to do or had to do. There's nothing today, nothing. You don't have to have any skills. Just sit at the 3-point line. You miss a 3, okay. You miss another 3, okay. You shoot another 3, good. Shoot another 3, miss. Shoot another 3, miss. Shoot another 3, good. There's no bad percentage of a 3-point shot today because it's a 2 now. So as long as you hit, I don't know, about 33 to about 35%, maybe 36%, you're good. But that's not hard to do when all your shots are chugging up threes. Right? The majority of your shots is chugging up threes. So I'm trying to figure out how these guys are more skilled at what? They're not more skilled at positional basketball because they can shoot the 3. That's all they shoot is the 3, though. There's no defense. It's literally, I've never seen nothing like it in my life. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to watch. These coaches, if you're telling me that these coaches are real coaches, you got to stop lying to yourself. How can you be a coach to a script? Everybody's running the same script. One guy with the ball And I don't know why this happens every time. One guy with the ball, he will start the drive. He's got, including him, is 4 guys on the perimeter. The guy with the ball on the perimeter starts to drive. For some stupid reason, I don't know, one of the defenders that's guarding one of the guys on the perimeter, now he just comes off his guy to guard the guy with the ball that's driving into the lane. This isn't like rocket science. Now, the guy with the ball that's driving, he's got 2 guys on him. So sometimes he'll still shoot it, or he'll kick it out to the guy that's open now. Because it's the same play. So either he'll shoot the ball because he's wide open, as long as he can, because another guy will come over to cover him. Now that leaves another 3-point guy open. So now the guy with the ball at the 3-point line, with the guy coming to him now, he can either shoot it or throw the ball over to the other 3-point guy on the perimeter. And it's just the same play every single time by every single team. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. How could these guys really be coaches? You're running a universal play that every coach is playing. Even if it's not exactly like that, it's pretty much the same thing by every team all game. No traps, none of that coming up the court, because everybody has to run to the 3-point line and defend those guys. It's hard to watch. That's why I say you can't compare eras, because these guys play a whole different style of basketball. It's not even American basketball. That's why I said take it for what it is, because nobody is just going to come off their guy in the 90s to cover that guy driving to the paint every single time to leave another guy open. And then another guy is open. It's like the same play. And like I said, you're trying to tell me these guys are coaches? Anybody can coach this. Anybody can coach this. A retard can coach this. This is this style of basketball. So these guys don't really have to be real basketball players. And they get record-breaking contracts for doing this? What? For doing this? And they call timeout every 3 seconds. Every 3 seconds, these guys are calling timeout.